Liftoff will start in T-minus 10 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We have ignition.
It's time! Seconds from Game 7 or from Championship number 6. Jordan, open, Chicago with the lead! Behind the screen, Harper got a piece of it, it comes off. The Chicago Bulls have won their 6th NBA championship. Tying run at second, 2 out, Palmero over the head of Jenks. Uribe charges, throws, out! And the White Sox have won the World Series.
To the far side around the 8-yard line to Hester. Under it, and to the middle with the 15, to the 20, break free of the 25, to the 30, to the outside, 40, midfield, 40, 30 to the coast, 20, 15, Hester 5. Oh!
For the 3rd time in 6 seasons, it's one goal achieved. The Chicago Blackhawks win the Stanley Cup. A little bouncer slowly toward Bryant. He will glove it through to Rizzo. It's in time. And the Chicago Cubs win the World Series.
What up, what up, what up? Welcome to ShawnSierraSports on Sports Zone Chicago. I'm your boy, the SuperBack, Shawn Sierra. Thanks for tuning in. I'm coming to you live from Scottsdale, Arizona. Man, oh man, oh man. Hey, listen, if you're watching us on Facebook Live, well, then I guess you found us on Facebook. And if you're not following us on Facebook, what? Come on, go to Facebook, type in Sports Zone Chicago, click the like button. And now you're following Sports Zone Chicago. Simple. But wait, there's more. All right, go to our YouTube channel. And if you're watching us from our YouTube channel, excellent. And if you're not subscribed to our YouTube channel, for real, come on, guys, go to YouTube, type in Sports Zone Chicago, click the subscribe button, but also click the notification button. That's the little bell next to it, and that'll let you know anytime a show from Sports Zone Chicago is going live. Get it? Got it? Good. Now, you can also tweet the show. Tweet us at Sports Zone Shy, the CHI at Sports Zone Shy. Now, if you want to follow me, just me personally online. Want to know what I did? I tried to make it smooth, but we have some hackers who screwed it all up. All right? So on Facebook, it's Shawn Sierra, and I forgot a couple numbers, whatever the heck it is, all right? On Twitter, it's at ShawnSierra33, okay? Because I used to have, because on Instagram, Snapchat, and TikTok, those 3 are all at the Shawn Sierra, all right? So sorry about the craziness, but, you know, I told you, and we go through this all the time, all these hackers and shit, and they take over. And again, what are you going to do? Post some shit from my account? Anyway. Oh, man, listen. Great day yesterday. Great time. Listen, like I said, you also tweet us at Sports Zone Shy. We got a great show, but I need you to get interactive. And it's going to be a little shorter today because I have to be somewhere at 11. All right. So we'll probably go till about 10:30. All right. So, but I need you. Leave questions or comments on this platform, whatever platform you're watching us on. All right, it'll come up here in the thread. We'll put it up on the screen. We'll incorporate it into the show, and that, my peoples, is what makes this the best morning Chicago sports talk show around. And that's you, baby. So bring them all questions, comments, smart-ass remarks, because ain't nobody scared over here. Like The Rock said, baby, don't sing it. Just bring it. Let's check the chat because the chat is jumping already. My man Armando Emeterio Lara Jr. is here first. Thank you. My man, what up, Junior? He said, good snowy morning. Dude, it was 90 here yesterday. Man, got to meet up with the Crooked Commish who's in the chat as well. Got to meet him for the first time. Antonio! Dude, I love that name. I told you yesterday I love that name. I ain't bullshit. For some reason, I've always loved that name, dude. I don't know why. I don't know why. Livette Lee's in the house. What's up, Marsh? Says, what's up, Shawn? So. Like, happy House Music Monday, yo. It is I forgot it's House Music Monday. Traveling on Sunday threw me off. As far as days go. It was crazy. Cornelius Squalls in the house. Good morning, Shawn, Sports Zoners. Yes. The Crooked Commish in the house. What's up, Antonio? No, I know, Jet. I was a little tired, though, man. I definitely am a little tired. Junior Sports Zone, Arizona. Oh, man, I'm telling you. What up, Mr. Southside himself, Michelle Walls? What's up on the House Music Monday morning? It's cold again in Shy FGB. Dude, I'm telling you, I am grateful. It was 90 degrees yesterday. 90 degrees yesterday. It's supposed to get close to 100 today. It's supposed to be 100 tomorrow. Whew. Patty Lara's in the house. Me, Jeremiah must be watching. Good morning. Good morning, Theo Shawn. Guys, how we doing? Crooked Commish, you know. I get back from this meeting, you know. The pool and margaritas are a call for you, Shawn. You're damn right, baby. It is on like Donkey Kong. I'll be at the pool. I went and got some. The Crooked Commish was nice enough. We were coming back from the Sox game yesterday. Stopped at Target. I got my sunblock and aloe vera. I am ready, baby. I am ready. Damn, Junior said it was 24 degrees this morning. Damn. Whew. Whew. It's like, hey, don't be using my government name. Good to see you, the Crooked Commish. That's awesome. That's awesome. But listen, like I said, we got to cut it short today because I got to have a meeting at 11, and got to be there by 11. So let's get a crack-a-lacking, baby. Hold on, let's get this comment off. Let's get a crack-a-lack. You know how we do the first segment of every show is called Top of the Morning.
It won't come just when you want it.
Top of the morning to you. Top of the morning to you.
So I had to go down and get some of the breakfast before we ran out. Complimentary continental breakfast. That was crazy. That was good stuff. Let's see. Which way do we go? Which way do we go? We'll start here with the Bulls. Man, the Bulls, they fell to the LA Clippers 119-108 on Friday. Trey Jones, he led the way, 21 points. Josh Giddey doing Josh Giddey things, 20 points, 11 rebounds, 10 assists, another triple-double for Josh Giddey. This guy is amazing. My man, Matas. Is Matas going to be our new walking double-double? 18 points, 11 rebounds from Matas. And Miller contributed 14 points in the losing cause. Staying with the Bulls, the next top of the morning topic, the Bulls host the Memphis Grizzlies tonight at the United Center. Tip-off is at 7 p.m. Central. You can catch that game on Chicago Sports Network or listen to it on their flagship station, 104.3 FM or 670 AM, The Score. But keeping it moving. Let's move. Moving, yeah. Grooving, yeah. Cubs. Man, that was a rough one for him yesterday. Cubs fell to the Dodgers 14-8. Those Dodgers were playing, boy. Let me tell you. Nico Horner was 1 for 2. He had a homer, his second of the year, driving in 2 RBIs, his 5th and 6th of the season. Miller was 1 for 1 for the Cubs, a double, his 3rd in the spring, driving in his 6th RBI in the early part of the season. And Ortiz he was 1 for 2 with a homer, his 1st homer of the spring, driving in 4 RBIs. All right, his 4th, 5th, 6th, and 7th RBIs of the springtime. Same with the Cubs. The next top of the morning, top of the Cubs, they travel to Goodyear, Arizona today to take on the Guardians. First pitch is at 8:05 p.m. Central. Kate Horton is on a bump for the Northsiders versus Gavin Williams for the Guardians. Keeping it moving. The next top of the morning topic, the good guys. We're not so good yesterday. I was in the arena. The White Sox fell to the Royals 10-4. Edgar Guerrero was 1 for 4 with an RBI, his 12th of the season. Harris was 1 for 1, driving in his 4th RBI of the spring. And Murray drove in his 7th RBI of the springtime. The Sox got up early. They were up 1-0. But, man, the Royals just out hit them. A couple homers, and they blew it open late. And, you know, I can lose that way. I don't want to lose by giving teams extra outs, errors, extra, extended innings. I don't want to lose that way. And the White Sox didn't. Again, you can't win. No one's ever gone 162-0. So I definitely don't expect the White Sox to win every single game. I want to see them compete in every single game. That's what I want. Staying with the White Sox, the next top of the morning topic, the White Sox, they are back in surprise. Okay, they are back where they played yesterday. They're back there today to face the Texas Rangers. First pitch at 7:05 p.m. Central. Sean Burke on the bump for the Southsiders. He's going up against Mackenzie Gore for Texas. So in case for some of you who don't know, like, why are they going on the same field? A lot of teams, there's a lot of situations where two teams share a ballpark. Okay, like the White Sox and the Dodgers share a ballpark. The Rangers and the Royals share a ballpark. That happens. It's common out here. I think the Cubs are one of the only teams that have their own stadium at Sloan Park. All right, but a lot of times teams will split it and they'll share a stadium out here. Okay, that's just how they do it. It's pretty cool. I'm cool with it. So they're back to where they were yesterday and same stadium, right? Keeping it moving, maybe the next top of the morning topic. Man, there's another one. This is a tough one. The Blackhawks, baby. The Blackhawks, they got blanked. Shut out. Not shut out. They got shut out by the Vegas Golden Knights 4-0. Spencer Knight, speaking of Knights, stopped 28 of 32 shots. Staying with the Hawks, the next top of the morning topic, the Hawks host the Wild tomorrow night at the United Center. Puck drop is at 6:30 p.m. Central. That game is on TNT, or you can listen to it on their flagship station, 7:20 a.m. The next top of the morning topic, this was crazy. The United States, woo! They beat the La República Dominicana 2-1. Ooh, what a game. Shots by Anthony and Henderson proved to be the difference, and the pitching staff was able to hold off this explosive Dominican offense. Oh, my goodness. This World Baseball Classic has been awesome, and I love it. Man, my man King Booker World checking in. What's up, Papa? How are you? He says, Shawn, Miss Patty, Jr., Crooked, Corny, Levette, salute. Brandon Shuts in the house. What's up, buddy? How are you? He says, morning, how are you? Where are you? I am in Scottsdale, Arizona, at Holiday Inn Resort out here. Yeah. My guy Mondo, my nephew Mondo, PCA sneakily won that game in center for the U.S. multiple times. DR didn't take an extra base when they situationally should have, but didn't because of his arm. I saw that, yeah. And they even mentioned it on the broadcast a couple times, like, whoa, he didn't go to third. And I was like, whoa. And I noticed it too. But here's the thing. Stacey King says it all the time. KYP, know your personnel. You have to know who you're dealing with. All right. When you're dealing with a guy who has like PCA would get to the ball quick. And this is why they talk about, and managers talk about the importance of getting to the ball quickly. Get to the ball quickly and come up throwing. Right? Because when you get a reputation, people, just because they scout you at the plate, they also scout you in the field. How does he attack baseballs that are hit to him. It doesn't matter what position. When you get a book on PCA and says he attacks the ball in the outfield, it comes up throwing with an above average arm, you're like, yeah, hold on a minute. All right. You don't want to try for an extra base and get thrown out, and it could be the end of an inning. You could put the kibosh on an inning that could be good, could be big. Okay, so I hear you, Mondo, and I agree. I agree with you, man. It's imperative, and this is nothing crazy. This is just the fundamentals of baseball. Just the fundamentals. Get to the ball, get it in as quick as possible. And if people know you have a strong arm, man, they definitely don't want to play with you, play around. Because if you get a double and you try and stretch it to a single, or you get a single and you try and stretch it to a double, and you cause the first out when you could be at first, or you could be at second with nobody out. Yeah. Commish, I'll be back Wednesday night. So Wednesday's show I'll do from here as well. And the U.S., all right, that was the semifinal game against the Dominican Republic. They will face the winner of today's game, Venezuela versus Italy. They will face them in the final tomorrow. That game tomorrow is at 7 p.m. Central. Charlie. That is going to be on Fox. That is going to be one heck of a game. Whoever it is. Because I'll tell you what, the U.S. is feeling themselves right now. The U.S. is feeling themselves right now, and rightfully so. All right, you took down one of the favorites in the Dominican Republic. You did. After Japan went down, ooh, and I've never really been a big World Baseball Classic guy. Okay, it's cool. This year really has grabbed me. Is really wrapped its arms around me and made me take notice and really appreciate it. The patriotism and the national pride that these guys have. And there have been some great games. There have been some great games. I think I'm going to be a little more in tune to it in the upcoming years, every 3 years when they have it. So next year I'll be a little more into it. I might even get a USA hat. I have a Mexico hat. Mexico was ousted early. They got ousted early. It happens. What are you going to do? What are you going to do? But I really like it. I love the fans. The fans are insane. And then I love how they have it different places. They had some in Japan, some games in Japan. They had some in Puerto Rico. All right. They had some here. All right. And I know it's a money grab, and I know that it really means nothing in the big scheme of things. But man, it's fun. These games have been fun to watch. And man, the national pride that each country has shown in each game is really made it exciting. I said I wasn't a big World Baseball Classic guy when I first started. I'm like, whatever. Now I am a much bigger fan, so to speak. Much bigger fan. Well, listen, we got to take a quick break. On the other side of the break, we're going to get into some topics. Talk a little baseball. All right, we're going to get crack-a-lacking. All right, so don't go anywhere, folks. Keep it locked right here. Shawn Sierra Sports coming to you live from Scottsdale, Arizona on Sports Zone Chicago.
Operator 901, where's the emergency?
127 Brymere.
Okay, what's going on there?
I'd like to order a pizza for delivery.
Ma'am, you've reached 911. This is an emergency line.
Large with half pepperoni, half mushroom.
You know you've called 911. This is an emergency
Do you
line.
know how long it'll be?
Okay, ma'am, is everything okay over there? Do you have an emergency or not?
Yes.
And you're unable to talk because...
Right.
Is there someone in the room with you? Just say yes or no.
Yes.
Okay, it looks like I have an officer about a mile from your location. Are there any weapons in your house?
No.
Can you stay on the phone with me?
No. See you soon. Thank you.
Every day, we take steps to keep the people we love safe, but some health risks are easy to miss. Ticks hiding in the yard can spread germs, like the ones that cause Lyme disease. Mice searching for food can spread bacteria that makes us sick. Mosquitoes lay eggs in standing water and can spread West Nile virus and more. Cockroaches are drawn to water in the home, leaving behind allergens that can trigger asthma attacks. Common pests can threaten our health. Learn how to protect your family at pestworld.org.
When I'm flying, I put my helmet on, my visor down, my mask up. You don't know who I am. Whether I'm African American, Asian American, Hispanic, white, male or female. You just know I'm an American airman kicking your butt. I'm General C.Q. Brown Jr. Come join us.
No, I don't know though. I'm scared. I mean, you're
Do you know that you're in my lane? No, not at all. Are you not paying attention? Are you texting? I was just checking in with my mom. I was telling her that I thought we'd be home by 6. It's okay. There's enough time. Just pay attention. I'm not even halfway through my text. There's no way. I'm not even going to look up. My babies are in the car. You have to pay attention. It's just supposed to be a quick text. I'm so sorry.
Here's Miller on the attack. Richards cuts in on Lopez across the paint.
Nice, and that was all set up by Miller with a driving kick. He definitely needs to be aggressive scoring-wise.
He's averaging a triple-double on this road trip right now. Here's Gershon Yabusele back in the lineup, lumbering inside against Lopez.
Yabba-dabba-doo.
A minute left in this opening period in Los Angeles. Jones, cross, drive, bank is good.
Oh, again, getting to the basket.
And Lopez isn't as quick as he was. He plays more on the interior than on the perimeter now.
And then the game is different.
Oh, Giddy to Miller. Beautiful setup.
Oh, I tell you what, those lob cities is coming.
Dillingham trying to separate from Derrick Jones Jr. Can't do it. Another dangerous pass. Buzelis gets free for 3 and gets the bounce for the first Bulls lead.
Oh, living right. Modest Buzelis.
Welcome back to ShawnSierraSports on Sports Zone Chicago. Those clips courtesy of Chicago Sports Network. Those are the Bulls on Friday. A rough one. But you're starting to see some. I'm starting to see a lot more Matas Buzelis getting more aggressive, realizing he's a dude. Giddy finding open players, and the one guy that I was really surprised with, and I'm not putting him as an all-star. I'm not putting him as face of the NBA. Come on, you know what I mean? But there's a guy, Miller. What's his first name? Leonard Miller, the one who just caught the alley-oop. That dude showed me something. I've seen little stuff that I like from that young man. Let's see. Cornelius Squall says, "Morning, Crooked Commish, salute, and FGB." How about Junior seconds at FGB? Crooked Commish says, "FGB all day, every day." Like DJ said, FGB always. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. King Book World says, a week ago today was 70 goddamn degrees out. Now it looks like December 17th around this BI. Man, I'm telling you, I am very fortunate that I was able to get away it's right before it started. Holy cow. And what was really funny was there was talk about delays yesterday. But man, I was out at 7 o'clock in the morning, got here at 9. It was almost a 4-hour flight. We got here, we made great time. We were supposed to arrive at 3:45 and we got in like 3:37, like 8 minutes early. But yes, we missed, and then I was watching the news last night. I'm pointing to the TV like you can see it. I'm watching the news last night. They talked about a lot of flights were canceled in Chicago yesterday. It's like, holy sheesh, holy cow. So I missed it. Missed it coming out. Thank goodness. But yeah, I'll be back on Wednesday night. Quick commission. You guys keep talking like Shawn might not come back home. That's funny. No, but it's a good time, and I'm glad. But I'm glad, as I said, I'm glad I made it out. I'm glad for my sake, the storms and the delays happened after 7 a.m. in the morning, because I would have really been upset had I missed out on the trip to Arizona. I'm telling you, today's going to be that day. Today and tomorrow are going to be them days. I am going to be out by the pool. I'm going to the pool until tonight. I'm going to a cigar lounge with one of my guys. So I can't. Otherwise, I'd still be by the pool. If I can lay out and get some rays at night, I'd lay out and get rays at night. But I can't. It's the only reason I'm not going to be by the pool tonight. But anyway, talk about the White Sox yesterday. They got on the board early. All right, but Kansas City came back with just some key hits. And that's one thing that you got to realize, that that the other team gets paid too. Okay, let's not forget that. The other team gets paid as well. I'm trying to see where that light's showing from. All right. And sometimes they have it. They have your number. All right, pitchers aren't trying to have the ball be hit out of the ballpark. They're not. Okay, but you have good hitters. Sometimes it just gets away from you. All right, those things you can't help. And what you can help, you can prevent poor defense. You can prevent poor decisions. And this is what I saw yesterday. I saw a lot of good things from the White Sox. Your pilot was speeding. He was, dude. I'm telling you. My man was. Yeah, Crook commissioned. Yeah, 20 for the Sox, had a solid game. 2 doubles and an RBI, maybe 2. Yeah, the fundamentals, and this is what I'm big on. The reason I'm so big on fundamentals is this. One, they're vital. Okay? They're vital. And 2, fundamentals will do this. They will give you the opportunity to win games that you probably shouldn't. Okay? When you get talented teams that aren't fundamentally sound, you have a good shot of beating them as long as you stay fundamentally sound. When you have a team that's not very good but fundamentally sound, you give yourself a chance every game. And that's what the White Sox are going to do. If you get a fundamentally sound team that is talented, well, then watch out. No, you jagbag. This is 2026 White Sox World Series champion talk. Get out of here, you jamoke. I told you they're going to probably go over 500. probably get over 500, more than 81 wins. Now, if you say 2027 White Sox World Series talk, then now you're onto something. But when you get a team that's fundamentally sound and talented, they're going to be a problem for a lot of people. Okay? They're going to be a problem for a lot of people. My White Sox they're talented. Their talent hasn't developed yet. And look, world 160 and 2. And you know what? You know what sucked if we lost both those games to the Cubs. Because then Cub fans like, "Well, we beat you. That was our World Series. We beat you. We beat the team with the best record in the history of baseball twice." Oh, goodness. But it's going to be fun. I'm going to give them some of my money this year, heading to opening weekend, the 28th, up in Milwaukee. We're going to do that. Then the following week, the home opener on Thursday, I'll be there. So I'm looking forward to seeing a couple of Sox games and really watching these youngsters play. All right. And the Cubs have a lot of talent. And I think it's vital that they maintain the fundamentals, because if they do, I'm telling you, I think the Cubs are going to do well this year. The Cubs have a legitimate shot. I would be surprised if the Cubs don't win the NL Central. I'd be surprised if they don't win. So it comes down to fundamental baseball IQ, okay, and just attacking every day the same way. That's what it's going to come down to for the Cubs. All right? Good defense, hitting the cutoff man, taking the extra base, limiting errors drastically. Okay? That's what it's going to come down to. So, because you guys have more than enough power. It's not like you got to hit a bunch of – you're going to have guys who hit home runs, but you're going to get on base paths. The Cubs are going to have to work on or maintain being a better base stealing team throughout in baseball, or at least the National League. Okay, and you have to stop teams from running on them as well. So that's going to be the issue. Steal some bases, stop, and be one of the better teams. You don't have to be top 2, but the top quarter of teams that throw base runners out. It's going to be vital. All right, because one base hit brings in a run when a guy's on second. So, but it's going to be exciting. This year I'm really looking forward to baseball season a lot more than I have in the past. I mean, mostly because my White Sox have been terrible. After the 81 season 3 years ago, or 4 seasons ago, it's 3 straight 100 lost seasons. And that's not fun for any fan base. All right. And, they lost a lot of money. A lot of people stopped going. It's so funny. People would go to the opening day. Opening day would sell out. Next day, 10,000 people. A quarter of what that stadium holds. 75% of the people were gone from one day to the next. But that's how Sox fans are. Like, we don't waste our money. All right, if there's not a good product on the field, we're not going to continue to support. So, baseball season is going to be fun. I'm really looking to Munitake Murakara, Money Man. His left stick his left bat in the lineup is going to be huge. And the sooner he gets acclimated to Major League pitching, wow. You saw in the World Baseball Classic, he jacked that grand slam. This dude is like I said last time, the guy's 25, 26. He already has a 60 homer season in him. Whew. Whew. That is impressive. That is impressive. So bring that stuff here. And now we're cooking with gas. Now we're definitely cooking with gas. King Booker World says, nope. What do you mean? Nope, meaning you're not going to give him any money? You're not going to any games? Is that what you mean, King Booker World? No games this year? Is that what you're talking about? And I get it. I understand. You know, you it's just your hard-earned money, man. That's your hard-earned money and you don't want to go put it out on a product that you feel is subpar and has been constructed as such. Okay? I get it. But there's also a situation where you have to understand that even though that there's it's constructed on it's been constructed on the low, on the cheap, there's still some talented people there. There's still some talented people, some talented youngsters. And if they develop, and I got to give. Oh, King Booker World said, I'm still boycotting Reinsdorf. I hear you, bro. I hear you. Listen, I've given Chris Getz. I hear Chris Getz is going to be. I've been harsh on Chris Getz. I've been harsh, and rightfully so. But I'll tell you what, the development that Chris Getz has had of some of these youngsters, I'm impressed with. All right, I was annoyed because if you're in charge of minor league development, all right, and we don't have anybody Tim Anderson was probably the last guy we drafted, developed that became an all-star. Okay? You've only had a couple. And when Tim Anderson's the last one and he's the guy who's in charge of it, you have to, it all falls, all the blame falls on him. And then they moved him up to general manager, and I was like, why would they do that? But I'll tell you what they're doing now, some of these youngsters that they're developing are playing fundamentally sound baseball. A lot better, a lot more fundamentally sound than he did in the past. So if I'm going to give Chris Getz shit for the lack of development when he was director of the minor leagues of player development, as a general manager, and we start seeing youngsters develop and play fundamentally sound baseball, I got to give him credit. Reluctantly, but nonetheless. Chris Getz, I hear you. I got to keep it a buck, man. I got to keep it a buck. If I'm going to give you shit when you screw up, I need to give you credit when you do well. Chris Getz has done well. Has done a good job with these youngsters. Because they all seem hungry. They all seem they want to compete. They all seem they want to be part of something. They all seem like they want to make a difference. They want to contribute to this organization. Why? I don't know. Maybe it's, the organization has been crap, but maybe because they're just happy with their opportunity. Maybe that's what it is. Didn't matter what organization it was. They're just happy with their opportunity, and they're giving it their all. And I love it. I just don't think there's no way that the White Sox are going to lose 100 games this year. None whatsoever. And to me, that's a good feeling. Instead of here first, March 16th, there's no way the White Sox are going to lose 100 games this year. It won't even be close. Call it a hot take, call it what you want. I'm telling you what I saw with my eyes. What I watched every day. I still watch, not the whole game, but I watched good stretches of games at home. And then from yesterday when I was over at Surprise Stadium, all right, meeting up with the commish, watching that game, seeing it's a different team. It's a different era. It's a different vibe. It's a different mentality that this team led by Will Venable has, and one that I'm 10 toes down for. Definitely 10 toes down. I hear you, bro. Reinsdorf just ain't getting a dime from me. I hear you, King Booker World. I hear you. And a lot of Sox fans feel the same way, and you have every right to feel that way. Every right. Every right. And I respect it. My guy Eddie from Output Hasn't gone to a game in 2 years, 3 after they lost their first 100. After the first 100 lost season, he's like, I'm done. So he hasn't been to a game in the last 2 years. I'll put it sponsored some trips to Sox Park, but he hasn't gone. All right, King Booker World, let me ask you a question. Let me ask you Sox fans a question as well. If they get to a point where they are going to eclipse or be over 500, would you go? Say it's late in the season and they win 81 or win 82. Say they win 82 and there's 10, 15 games left. Would you go to one of those games? Or would you just wait until the next season? What would you do? Because let's be honest, a lot of teams finish 500. Most teams finish below 500. If our White Sox can finish at or above 500, that is marked improvement. Yeah, you said I think they're going to win 84 games. So if they win game 82, are you going to go to one of the next games coming up? So if they win game 82 and there's still home games left on the schedule, would you go to one of those games? Huh? Because they're doing more than they're achieving. It seems like they found the manager, and the manager's getting to these youngsters, and they're playing fundamentally sound baseball, which I love. Would you, King Booker World, would you go? They win game number 82 and there's 10 games left. You're going to one of those games. 10 home games. The Plankster is checking in. What's up, Papa? How are you? Happy Monday morning, Shawn. Bears fan. Armando Levette Lee. Brother Cornelius, Crooked Commish, Michonne, Patty, King Booker World, Brandon. Bear down. Bear down, Plankster, and FGB. I said if they win 50 before schedule, I would go. Talking about the break, the All-Star break. If they win 50. I'm not sure what you mean before the schedule. And hey, I respect it, bro. I'm not trying to, make you go. I'm not trying to give you a hard time. I'm just asking because you and I are both, and a lot of people in this chat are diehard Sox fans. They're diehard Sox fans. They want our team to do well. They want to go to games. They want to get out there and tailgate. If they see improvement, we will go. We'll give our money. As fans, we'll give our money. We got to see legit progress. There has to be legitimate potential there. But Shawn, you're right. If the Sox finish if they finish 81 and 81, that's a huge improvement. Just think if they do that, they would have gone from like 40 wins to 60 wins to 80 wins. 40 plus to 60 plus to 80 plus. That's improvement. That's a huge improvement. To go improve 20 games 1 year is a huge improvement. To improve 20 games another year from that, that's big time. 40 games in 2 years. 40 game improvement in 2 years is huge. Shit, I'm down. King Booker World, I'm down. You know what I mean? Like I meet up with Ken Davis and Emilio Bucks every year for a game. Hey, you're more than welcome to join us, bro. Or just me and you. You want to meet up there? Cool. I just want baseball fun again on the South Side. That's what I want. And the team that we have that we're putting out on the field now seems to be very fun. Seems to be very Ad Munatake, Mooney and Money Man. Yes. He's gonna be hitting some dingers. That dude The way he hit that grand slam, I'm telling you, he's going to be hitting something to the middle of the bleachers in right field. I would not be surprised if he goes after Joe Borchard's record and hits one on the right field concourse. Was it 500 and something feet? That was Joe Borchard. Has the longest home run at Sox Park. 500 something feet hit in the right field concourse. I think Munetake might be. It doesn't have to be this year, but I think he's got that power to do that. How many of you are excited about the World Baseball Classic? How many were you? You know, again, and my nephew Mondo is a huge baseball, is a big-time baseball star in high school. And he loves baseball. The way I love football, Mondo loves baseball. That's how it is. And watching this World Baseball Classic has been so exciting because the U.S. has been, first of all, they eked in. They needed Italy to beat Mexico, and they blew them out. Italy blew them out. And once they got in the round of the elimination stage of it, they're going to work. And kind of just American pride, man. You know, and just want America to be the best. Like Mondo says, the World Baseball Classic is my favorite thing ever. ever. But I've gotten hooked. I'm gonna probably get another couple of Mexico hats. Probably going to get a couple of USA hats. I just think that I love it. I'm a big fan. I've become a big fan this year, and it's only going to get better and better and better. And I think I may go the next time. I think I might go to a game. If I have to fly to Houston or Miami, or if they have it in Chicago, well, they won't have it here because it'll be too cold. You can have it in Milwaukee. There's a lot of Mexicans up in Milwaukee. But if I have to fly to Dallas or say Houston or Arizona, oh, wow. Cornelius, yes, me too. Cornelius says, I have to admit it, but I've really enjoyed the games. I had no idea how many great players there are in the world. Yeah. And all over, all the teams like, oh, I didn't realize he's from there. I didn't realize he was from there. And then they'll bring back some older players like, holy cow. Yeah, it's definitely I'm a fan. The World Baseball Classic has a new fan in me. They gained a fan. They gained a fan. Oh yeah. So, you know what? I'm going to talk to my guy. My guy has a shop. I want to see if he can sponsor the show because he has baseball hats up the yin yang. You know, and everyone doesn't have to go to Grandstand. And I believe me, it's nothing personal against Grandstand. But sometimes you don't always want to go to the same spot. You know, so I'll holler at my guy and see. It's baseball season coming up. I should have thought of this earlier because he has all the World Baseball Classic hats over there at his spot. But we'll figure that out. But listen, here's what we're going to take a quick break. On the other side of the break, we're going to finish up with some Bears talk. All right, then I told you I got to get out of here. I have a meeting to be at 11. All right. I cannot be late. All right. So we'll finish up with some Bears. All right, so keep it locked right here. Shawn Sierra Sports on Sports Zone Chicago, coming to you live from Scottsdale, Arizona. Hey, it's your boy, the SuperBack, Shawn Sierra, and be sure to follow Sports Zone Chicago on all social media platforms, on Facebook, Instagram, and our Roku channel. You can find us at Sports Zone Chicago, and on Twitter, we are at Sports Zone Shy. Also, be sure to download our mobile app so you can take Sports Zone Chicago with you on the go.
How do you take care of your mind health?
For my mental health, I meditate in the mornings. I have my dogs. They're the best. I just find ways that help me just relax.
Finding things that make me happy, like being close to my family.
I meditate a lot and read books. I have hobbies outside of the game. I'm able to switch off. I'm able to turn my brain off from the game of basketball.
Your mind health matters.
Your mind health matters.
It's a romance sport. What? It's a romance sport like that.
Your Marine Corps' way of life is to defend the American way of life. Every day, no matter where we serve, we take a stand for our nation, for each other, for us all. The few, the proud, the Marines.
Every body in a work zone is someone's somebody.
This is my mom. She works for KDOT.
This is my dad.
This is my mom.
This is my daddy.
This is my sister.
This is my daddy.
This is my son, Scott. He was killed while working in a highway work zone. When you drive through a work zone, drive like a life depends on it. Because it does.
Rebound right to Sanders. Outlet feed. He was looking for Dunn. Giddy threw his hands up there and knocked that ball loose. Dunn's behind the play. It's 5-on-4. Buzelis drives. Tough finish at the rim.
Yeah, way to finish, modest Buzelis.
And forces it out of Kawhi's hands. Matherin misses. Tip to Giddy. Good job by Dillingham on the glass. Good find by Giddy. And Miller on the run out.
That's what I like to see. Big fella get out and run the...
Leonard Miller. Driving, stops, pull up, got it. Nicely done against Jackson. There's a good shot blocker, as you talked about, Stace. Miller got separation. We'll have the first opportunity to hold on to him, and I certainly think they want to keep him. Nice backdoor, Buzelis!
There you go. Go get it, Boozy Verts.
On the 9th Giddy assist, Buzelis with the slam.
Finish. You remember those times in Indiana? You know, he had some good games against the Bulls.
Giddy's looking for contact and somehow hit the three.
Wow, no foul call.
Welcome back to ShawnSierraSports on Sports Zone Chicago. Breaking news. Breaking news. Wow. Whoa. I can't even tell you. Excuse me. This is crazy. This is crazy. Wow. This just in. Holy sheesh. Breaking news. The Jets are finalizing a deal that's going to send Justin Fields to Kansas City. Other teams had interest, but Justin's preference was Kansas City. What the hell was that? What are you doing? I'm telling you. Wow. This is going to be excellent for Justin Fields. Excellent for him. Remember I always said Justin was a good soldier? Remember how? And for a moment, I was like, oh, man, now he's got to – first of all, he learns under Andy Reid. And I was like, oh, yeah, but he's got Matt Nagy again. And then I was reminded, Matt Nagy's gone. Do we know who the OC is in Kansas City? Eric Bieniemy. And Eric Bieniemy is one heck of a coach. Now, mind you, remember, Patrick Mahomes is out for a while. He was hurt. So they wanted to get someone who could come in. I'm hoping, man. I'm hoping. King Booker World said just about to get that Mahomes training. They're going to unleash a Terminator. I hope they do. I hope they do. I hope they revive his career because it's all about coaching, and that's what you need, and that's what he hasn't had. That's what he hasn't had. Best of luck to Justin. I hope he turns heads. I hope he balls out. All right? Balls out. Mahomes comes back, takes him on. But, man, I might even get a Kansas City Chiefs Justin Fields jersey just because. I got a guy. I got to figure out what number he's going to be, and then we'll see. Me and my guy Hirsch can wear our Kansas City Chiefs jerseys. You know what? I am getting a Justin Fields Kansas City Chiefs jersey. Let me find out what number he is. And, yeah. And the cool part about it, I'm happy, is not only is he going to get to learn from Bieniemy and from Andy Reid, but he's going to be learning from Patrick Mahomes too. Patrick Mahomes is going to be in that room. Patrick Mahomes is going to help him break down his game film every week until he's able to play. I love it. 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 Man. And I'll tell you what. When Justin goes off, and becomes a quality quarterback, I'm going to have a whole lot to say on people who don't know shit. On people who wanted to talk, oh, Justin can't do this, Justin can't do that. And my whole thing the whole time, as you know, has been coaching matters. Coaching matters. I pray for the young man. I've been a huge Justin Fields fan. You guys know, if you've been following me, you know. I wish him the best. I wish him the best. So he's getting traded. So he's getting his, remember, he got 2 for $40. That was his contract, 2 for $40. So he'll get that other. He can get that last 20 this year. Excellent, excellent, excellent. I'm so happy for him because that's all he needed. He needed someone who can teach him. He needed someone who can develop him. And he's got Eric Bieniemy, who is going to demand the most out of him. We saw how demanding Eric Bieniemy was with the running backs. We saw how demanding that he was. So he's going to be just as demanding, if not more demanding, with Justin. And I am fired up about it because I told you, Justin is a good soldier. He does what you tell him to do. His dad was a cop. It seems like a whole bunch of yes or no sir type of thing. And I think with a coach like Eric Bieniemy, this is going to be the best for his career. I'm telling you, that's going to be the best for Justin. This could be a Montana Steve Young situation. Well, at least I want to see Justin be a viable quarterback in the NFL. I've always thought Justin had the talent to be one of the best quarterbacks in the NFL. Okay? I've always felt that. I've always told you that. Never shied away from that. It's the coaching that he's had that has been a detriment to him, or the lack thereof. The lack thereof of coaching, and the lack of weapons that he had. We saw what happened when he had a number one receiver in DJ Moore, and he had career numbers, him and DJ Moore. Hey, shut up, King Book of World. King Book of World says Super Bowl 66, Bears versus Chiefs, Caleb versus Justin. Dude, who would I root for? I would want the Bears to win, but I'd want Justin to set the Super Bowl record for like 575 yards. The Bears just went on a field goal. Justin just blows the numbers away. Dude, that's crazy, King Book of World. That's crazy. But I'll tell you what, here's what's going to happen. We saw what happened with Sam Darnold. All right, Sam Darnold was able to parlay. He was in San Francisco for a year. Okay, I know. Granted, he went to Kevin O'Connell after that, and was able to parlay that into a Super Bowl title with Seattle. Wouldn't that be something? If Justin gets to a team, just like Sam Darnold just did, and is able to win a Super Bowl with that team because of his he becomes more fundamentally sound, because he's not as careless with the ball, because he makes better decisions. How crazy would that be? And don't say it's not possible. How many of you thought Sam Darnold would win a damn Super Bowl? I sure as hell didn't. I sure as hell didn't think Sam Darnold had anything close to winning a Super Bowl. But he got in the right situation, team with a great defense, a team with a great running game, a team with a nice number one receiver in Jackson Smith-Njigba. And Sam Darnold didn't Sam Darnold. Sam Darnold said, you know what? Let me turn around and hand the ball off to Kenneth Walker III a bunch of times. Let me throw these quick slants to Jackson Smith-Njigba. Let me let them do the work. And if Justin is at that point, cool. And you're right, King Book World. He says Mahomes doesn't strike me as a play into my late 30s or 40s guy. No, dude, he's investing. Remember, he bought some of the. He's part owner of the Kansas City Royals. Like, this dude's like, give me 10 years, 12 years, and I'm out. 32, 34, I'm done. Got a $500 million contract. I'm making money with the Royals. I'm making money in my other investments. I'm out. Because how many years has Mahomes been in the league? How many years? Here, let me see. So Patrick Mahomes has been in the league. Patrick Mahomes is 30 years old now. Holy shit, September 17th. So he'll be 31 years old when the season starts. You're a damn fool. King Booker Wilson, I didn't think Sam Darnold would any kind of bowl. Toilet bowl, Super Bowl, chili bowl, none of that. You're a fool, boy. You're a damn fool, man. So let's look at this. Patrick Mahomes is 30 years old. He'll be 31 when the season starts. He's going to come into mid-season, which is why they got Justin. And what if he wants to play another year or two? If you're Justin, would you stay? Chiefs still got a kick-ass defense. I don't know. That's really intriguing to me. That's really, really intriguing to me. Whew. You think I'm kidding? You think I'm bull jiving? Wait until we find out what Justin's number is, and one day, without warning, I'm going to be wearing my new Justin Fields Kansas City Chiefs jersey. You think I'm playing? You think I'm playing, don't you? I am not playing. You know I love me some Justin, man. Whew. That is crazy. Crazy, crazy, crazy. Whew. Let's get in some Bears talk because, man, I'm fired up. I can't even tell. I'm fired up. I am fired up right now with the thought of Justin going to Kansas City. Fired up. Oh, damn. Justin's only 27. You talk about the middle of his prime. He's got a good 7 years left. 7 good years of quarterback play left. 7 to 10. Whew. King Booker was, I think he can go back to 1 again. You're right. I don't know. Wow. Let's see the Kansas City roster. Here we go. Coming up. 7, 8, 3, 6, 7. Tyquan Thornton's 2, so Justin's not wearing 2. Ah, shit, he can't. Xavier Worthy. I thought someone had number 1. Xavier Worthy has number 1. Damn it. Xavier Worthy has number 1. Tyquan Thornton, the wide receiver, has number 2. Is it JF3? Rashee Rice is number 4. Damn. JF3? Whew. I don't know. We'll see. We will see. But anyway, how we feeling about our boys? How you feeling about the Bears? All right, I'm not happy with where we're at now, but I also understand that the offseason is not over. All right, I'm waiting for this whole thing to play out. Still have more free agents. Tell you, we end up landing Max Crosby somehow, some way. Boom, I'm done. I'm happy. All right, the possibility is still there. What I think the Raiders are going to do is they're going to retreat a little bit. They're going to say, okay, let's not put him back out there just yet, because the Raiders are going to want those 2 first-round picks. If they put him out there now, no one's going to give him 2 first-round picks. They're going to let the dust settle, let the heat die down, and then ask for 2 first-round picks again, probably toward the beginning or during training camp. If I'm the Bears, I'm still sticking to a first this year Well, actually, it wouldn't be. If it's training camp, it'd be after the draft. So it would be a first in 27, and then I'll give you a second or third in 28. Don't give up two first-round picks. As dominant as he is, don't give up 2 first-round picks. Only person I think I would give up 2 first-round picks, only person I would give up 2 first-round picks would be Myles Garrett. He's the only person. Only person I give up 2 first-round picks if I'm the Bears. But since that's highly unlikely, okay. I reiterate what I said before. Right now, we are worse off than we were when the season ended. Okay, how can you not be? Nahshon Wright's gone. Kevin Byard's gone. You haven't re-signed Jaquan Brisker. C.J. Gardner-Johnson's gone. Mr. Simone Biles. Jonathan, I can't even think of his name because I call him Mr. Simone Biles. He's gone. Tremaine Edmonds is gone. Andrew Billings is gone. So we're in a spot. Think of all the talent we lost. Cornelius says this draft class is so perfect for that Bears that we'll forget all about Max Crosby after this draft. We'll see. I hope so. Malachi Lawrence. Why do I know that? What school? What school, Cornelius? Malachi Lawrence. Because I think the one thing that I'm concerned with, I shouldn't say concerned with, the one thing that just how long is it going to take for these guys to be dominant? UFC, Florida Central, USC, what do you mean? Look up Malachi Lawrence. Let's see. Malachi Lawrence. There you go. Oh, UCF. All right, UCF. 6'4", 260. Okay. Nice size. Oh, okay, yeah. UCF. I'm like, UFC. Dana White is his agent? What's all that about? No, but okay. Let me look at his tape and I'll get back to it. I'm gonna reach out to my guys, EJ Snyder, all right, who does some work for us, and who's come on the show often, especially around draft time. So we'll talk to him and see what he thinks about these guys. All right, and we'll get him on soon. If not Wednesday, then maybe Friday. And just get some edge rushers and D tackle talk going, because if we can draft some young players, so young players that make an impact, and that's the one thing that we need to make an impact. We haven't drafted any defensive linemen that have made an impact. I know Gervon Dexter has improved, but shit, you better improve. I want someone to step forward. We're like, ooh, damn, he took a big step forward. He's a big-time contributor now. We don't have one of those guys. We don't have one of those. So we'll see how it plays out. Because if we can get a couple young guys in there, give us a year or two before we're really ready, because we have a lot to fill. We got a safety spot to fill. Who's opposite Jalen Johnson on the other corner? Okay, is it Tyreek Stevenson? Is it Zay Frazier? Is it the kid from Minnesota? Terrell Lewis? Terrell. We have to get that figured out. We got to get the linebacker figured out. Although we did draft, we signed the guy from the Browns. He's a little smaller, but this dude is fast, and he comes downhill. We need that nose guard to replace Billings. However, Big Nev, the one we signed in free agency, might be that dude. So there's still some areas that we have to see if we can fill. But we definitely need a D tackle and an edge. We got to see how this defensive backfield is going to hold up. I hope with cornerback coach Al Harris returning, Jalen Johnson health returning, Za Frazier coming back of clear mind, Terrell Smith, that's the young man's name. Terrell Smith, the kid out of Minnesota who tore his ACL, he should be back at 100% because he missed all last year. I hope they gain that. Al Harris, go to work. Go to work. Get these guys aggressive. Let's lead the NFL in interceptions again. And what will really help us lead us in interceptions is if we pressure the quarterback. That's what we got to do. Because just think of what we did last year. All those interceptions leading the NFL without a pass rush. Imagine if we get a pass rush. It's going to be crazy. Well, listen. I told you I got to go. I got a meeting I got to be at in 30 minutes at 11 o'clock. It's 11 o'clock Central Time, 9 o'clock Mountain Time. So I have to bounce. But listen, I will see you guys on Wednesday back from the beautiful Scottsdale, Arizona resort that I'm at. I'm excited. I'll see you Wednesday for the next show. And I'm excited to talk more sports. Cornelius says, this draft has everything the Bears need, edges, DTs, and safeties. No, I agree, but when can we get them? We're unfortunate. We have 4 in the top 100, 4 picks in the top 100. That's good. That's good. So we need to our drafting needs to be at a premium this year. At a premium. Those first 4 picks better be contributors this year. And then next year they take a step forward of becoming stars or superstars. So we'll see. Well, listen, you guys have a phenomenal day. All right, if Wednesday I look like I have more colors, probably because I'll have more color. I'm going to put the tanning lotion on. So every 15 minutes, I'm going to flip. I'm going to put it on my front, 15 minutes, bing, put it on my back, lay on my back, bing, every 15 minutes. So if I look dark as hell, because I'm laying out, it's going to be 100 here today in Arizona. After this meeting, I ain't got jack spit to do but go to the cigar lounge tonight after the sun goes down. So you know where my ass is going to be. I'm going to be at the pool, baby. I'm going to be at the pool. I was in the pool. For all my Seinfeld fans, you know what I'm talking about. George Costanza. But anyway, listen, you guys have a phenomenal day. I know it's a little cooler. It's colder back home and it's snowing. All right. I wish, man, I'm glad I left it early. I'm not rubbing it in. I'm just glad I was able to get out here and get away and recharge my batteries, man, and be safe out there. All right, let your loved ones know you love them because tomorrow is promised to no one. All right, people are passing away. Man, as we get older, we say more goodbyes, and that sucks. So what we got to do now is we got to make memories, all right? A lot of us have a lot more days behind us than we do in front of us, so let's continue to make memories, all right? When the weather breaks, all right, get out there. This is why I tell you, it's a good time for brunch, lunch, dinner, drinks, after hour, happy hour, dinner, anything with your people. Make memories. All right. I'll see you on Wednesday. All right. Don't forget, 12:15, Lakina and Sid are we didn't even get to the NCAA tournament selection Sunday. We'll talk more about that on Wednesday because the games will start on Thursday. Oh, actually, I think the first 4 start tomorrow. But nonetheless, we'll talk about the NCAA, the men's basketball tournament on Wednesday. All right. So for everyone here at Sports Zone Chicago, guys, have a phenomenal day. I'm your boy, the Superback, Shawn Sierra, and I am going to get tan like a Mother Hubbard. I'm just playing. Actually, I'm not. But from everyone here at Sports Zone Chicago, you have a phenomenal day. Your boy, the Superback. I am out.
Come on, race the race.